road again. Singing on the road again. Singing, my friend. Singing on the road again. See if it somebody's here. Yay! One person. 2 people. We've doubled. Doubled! Oh, hey, y'all. What's up, JT? I am right around Pittsburgh currently, heading back to Cleveland. So, shout out to Eric Hecker, somewhere close. I can smell him. He's here somewhere. So, now I just want to give some thoughts, feedback on the 24-hour deafness stream I got to be part of. So. Oh, sorry to hear you're sick, man. It wasn't a bad time. It was, I'll be honest, my back pretty much gave out. Pain-wise, I was done around midnight, so I felt bad for bailing. Hey, Warcraft. Oh, COVID. Sorry, JT. Well, speedy recovery, brother. So, yeah, like I said, I kind of feel bad. You know, my back's felt better, and I've stood up straighter than I have in about a year. So it's nice, finally some kind of relief for me. But pushing it to go down, drive 5 hours, and stand and sit on metal chairs, and which is a funny thing. Thinking back on it, I had a pillow in my car the whole time because I brought it and sat on the pillow. So it's my own damn fault for being dumb. That was me. You know, first I want to say big shout out to BITG and YT for having us in. It was kind of hectic. I'm not gonna lie, for me. As we, I forgot we're kind of also doing it in his store while he was open. So it was cool seeing people come in. And my initial thought, I came in the backside of this smaller area of town, and drove up to the shop, and I'm like, man, like this is kind of on the skirts, but it was cool to see all the people coming into a card shop. He probably had a dozen or so, 10 to a dozen customers, maybe 8 to a dozen customers come in while we were there the first day. So it was kind of cool to see. Hey, Hess, what's going on, brother? So, it was cool to see people like we're weird. What are y'all doing? Guy in the back talking about cards on camera. So that was kind of cool and interesting. Met some good people that way. Dinner was interesting. Went to a place where everybody thought was great, and it really, my food was okay. Most of the guys had non-positive reviews. Yeah, everybody needs a break, us. Everybody needs a good time. You can't always do it 20, I mean, this is the last weekend we'll be on, I think, or next weekend. So the last weekend we'll be on in the year. So, we'll take 2 weeks off. So, at least a weekend. I think it's a weekend off. I don't know. I can't remember. I'll have to look at it. But, so now, thanks for BITG. I run boys. Scott came up, Spider. He was a blast to hang out with and meet. Definitely good times hanging out with him. Polly Junkwax, getting to meet him in person. You've seen it in the streams and talking to him. He was amazing to hang out with and talk to. Of course, Def might rethink having me around sometimes, I think, now. I was a little hard on Def, so I do apologize. I was just trying to, I guess in my mind, get content. It's always about content. He got me back a few times, so that's good. But it's good to have friends where you can kind of razz each other and poke at each other and, you know, make memories. And, you know, maybe next time, you know. Today it was weird. You know, I came in all nice and happy, and Polly was kind of all grumbly and a little prickly. And then we just kind of swapped roles, caught him off guard a little bit. But nah, Def did an amazing job. I know it fell short apparently, which I feel horrible. Again, I had to kind of bail around midnight, which then I told him I was on the same floor as the hotel. Apparently they were strict. You know, we were on the same floor hotel. They didn't know my room number though, so it's my fault. And it was on 3, 4, or 5 o'clock. They said they got done. You know, they got off. They were kind of crashing out. And I'm like, dude, I wish you'd have woke me up. You know, I had a couple hours nap. I could have got up and gave you guys a couple hours. So hopefully next time, if we could do a bigger party, kind of like that, we'll take advantage and kind of maybe schedule people for naps, kind of thing. To make it the straight 24. But overall, it was good. I said, really enjoyed the time with people. I know it was short-lived. I wish I could have stayed the rest of the day today and just hung out off stream. You know, but unfortunately, I got to get back to Rippin Gypsy tonight. We got Minuteman Scott who's supposed to be at our house here between now and 5 o'clock. So he's got his Minuteman hip packs theme. The theme this time is vintage, so it's kind of cool. From BITG, he's a big vintage guy. So coming up, hopefully seeing some awesome vintage cars come out tonight in those packs. I think they're still on sale. RippinGypsy.com if you're interested. It's like $22 a pack or something. There's hits in it. It's full description. I'll stay kind of out of it. Let Mindy and Scott run with it. You know, my week last week was, you know, completely rough. You know, getting ready for my customers coming in Monday, taking my Calculus 2 final and finishing that course up, and you know, sneaking this in. So it was definitely a good break before I got a long week of work. You know, talking for 8 to 10 hours a day for training coming up. But definitely. Happy at vintage. I mean, JT, you can always buy your pack, man. I mean, it's just kind of random packs, so it's not, you know, it's an individual break kind of thing. So it's a personal break for the pack. So the epic 16-hour stream, yeah. Well, I think we kind of shot ourselves in the foot too a little bit, because we kind of, thinking back on it, Def started at 1 and he was up at like what, 7 or 8. So I mean, he burnt 6 hours of energy being up and not being on stream. So that's my feedback to him. If, you know, next time he does it, go ahead and start it when he gets up, you know. Which I know he kind of waited till the afternoon to start it because we're supposed to try to do some more stuff. YT did not motorboat me again. Like I said, I had to call it. I had a blown disc in my back there. Kind of, I was done at midnight. My body. I went back and took some meds and passed out in bed, and I was gone. Unfortunately, like I said, they were right down the hall too. They were 10 doors down, so I feel horrible. I should, you know, hey, you guys start getting low, give me a call, come jump up. Dude, YT is an energy man. That guy, you know, I'm always worried about meeting people from streams. What's up, Jim F? I'm always worried about meeting people off, you know, online or something like that. Just because you never know how people really are. You know, they might be. I know plenty of people that I've met. You meet them when they're off, you know, from the screen or from interaction, and they're not what you expect. So I'm always worried about people. You know, sorry, I'm kind of gruff and I'm kind of edgy, and I say things and get reactions out of people. A little bit of Howard Stern growing up, I guess, kind of helped out with that. Sadly, but Howard Stern's awesome. Love me some Howard Stern. The drive down the BITG from my house was it's about 5 hours 15 minutes if you do the speed limit. I did 10 over, made it in 4:40, 4 and a half. Cut half an hour off the time, so it's not horrible. I don't make chat show when I touch the button. I think the chat just pop up. So, I mean, I had a great time. I appreciate everybody who invited me down to do it. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, Star Wars is kind of like a Rippin' Gypsy thing. Mindy is huge into the movies, so I'll be honest. I kind of liked it growing up, nerding out a little bit. But my wife, the product that started Rippin' Gypsy was Masterworks, so it's always a special place in our heart. You get some breakers that talk about their products that start them, like, Buck City Breaks always talks about National Treasure Football, and that's the product they started on. Got them hooked. For us, for Mindy, it was Masterworks and sketch cards. So that's kind of her thing, She loves doing Star Wars. Oh, it's all good, John. Looky Loos are fine. She calls them Looky Loos. Feel free to say hi, man. Get in conversations. Especially, we were talking to YT about it. And, the one thing that was always different. Oh, yeah, it was nice. I said, I think Jeff was actually I think Deafness was kind of more upset we didn't do more. So I feel bad if I kind of let him down. Next time I'll have to talk to him. Maybe schedule some stuff better for us to do certain things, certain times. Thank you, Wayne. Appreciate it, sir. Just under 2 hours till I'm back home. And I get to take a small rest, and back on stream with Mindy and Minuteman Scott. So on the RG channel, this channel. So I have to swap over and use hers because the Smash channel only has 100 subscribers since we don't use it for anything. And I'm not even sure how I got those. Yeah, and Mindy always puts out, you don't have to buy in, People are like, oh, I feel bad for not buying it. No, Mindy really enjoys getting on. I'll speak for her. I get interaction with the coworkers, I get interaction with other people, but Mindy's stuck at home all week with, 4 kids and me. So that Wednesday through Sunday, getting on for a few hours a night and just BS, and even if it's about, coffee, records, music, movies. Yeah, I said, with COVID too, it's kind of weird, I wanted to limit how many people I have to interact with because I gotta go back and report all my stuff to work. So since I'm an essential worker, contact tracing and all that crap. So yeah, if you get a chance to be in a stream, I know Mindy streams late night. That's the one thing that kind of hurts us. We start at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time. If there's breaks filled, they start at 9:30. If not, BS talk, fill breaks as they're happening, But again, not ever a lot of pressure. Yeah, like I said, we know it's unfortunately that time slot kind of got put to us from an old partnership. Plus the kids going to bed. So, oh, that's awesome. Well, yeah, I wish I would have known about that. Yeah, John, like I said, yeah, I feel you, man. Trust me, I worked at the power plant. It was the same thing, On day shifts, I was up at 4, trying to stay with her for a little bit to show support. But yeah, if you ever want to get into a break, Mindy puts them up. We gotta get better about we used to put individual breaks up on, so you can just type in the break number and find it by the break number. Was that Broncos and Cowboys on today? Yeah, unfortunately, I've missed the games. So I think driving back at this time is I'm missing all the football games. Sadly. Who had to buy this week? Oh, cool. I'll have to try to find it. Yeah, that's the thing. When me and Mindy talked, and when we started doing this stuff, one, it was past Phillies. We started doing this stuff. We never wanted to be fake, you know. Even when Mindy's kind of in a blot, I'm like, hey, you need to be excited. You need to be a little bit happy. And she's like, well, I'm not really excited. That's fake, you know. Now the one thing about Mindy that does catch people off guard, and this is the weird thing, like if you guys listen to Jimmy Guns when he met me and we talked, you know, his thing was, you know, smash the one guy that can sit in the middle of a room and make 100 people look at him and while he's talking. You know, I take up a room and I have that personality. I'm sorry, I have that personality. The counter to that is Mindy. She loves to sit back and just watch people just entertain her. You know, she's not the center of attention voice, talky. Which, if you watch her on stream, you know, she's very personal, very interactive. And when you put her in a room of people, you know, come up and talk to her, she'll talk to you. You know, she'll come over and say hi to you. You know, she'll interact with everybody. So, well, thanks, Jim. I did get to work on some of BITG's production stuff. He asked me to help out, which I was honored to do. I know a lot of people give Mindy and us credit for Rippin Gypsy having some of the best production. So, John, man, everybody's different, dude. You know, you might enjoy it. You might enjoy the social setting if you're observing and you're, you know, watching the social setting. That's how Mindy is. You know, she'll grab a soda. She's not a big drinker. When she does drink, it's hilarious. Things like the term twat waffle get thrown out. Sorry. You ever hear her say TW on? That's her made up word. She kind of threw it out one day when she was drunk. It was kind of funny. She didn't remember it the next morning, so we had to relive her night before for her. But you know, and it's what, you know, we work out great for situations like that. You know, I just have to sometimes remember that I try to push her sometimes to be more social, and you can't do that. That kind of, you know, let people enjoy situations how they enjoy them. Now, like when Rocco, Minuteman Rocco comes up, her and him was sit there talking about movie quotes and get into everything. You know, we have guests at the house. You know, talking. You know, once she gets to know you, and she's, you know, you're in her little bubble. You know, she'll talk and she's fine, but, you know, every now and then it kind of catches her off guard when people meet her and say hi. Hey, there's Guns. What's up, buddy? I was just quoting you, talking about how apparently I can soak up a whole room. So, but yeah, definitely a fun time down with those guys. But yeah, I got to help BITG on some production stuff. I'm not sure when he's going to use it. There's probably some testing involved. There's some other questions we got to get ironed out and work in, make sure everything works right. But look out for some new production differences in the coming weeks for BITG. We're pretty excited. Again, honored to have him even ask me to help. You know, people talk about how, you know, back to patting ourselves on the back. You know, I got bored and I tinker with things and try to make things better experience for people watching. Since it's not a, you know, it's not a recorded video that's cut and edited and made all pretty. We try to make things pretty while it's live. You know, even like Alpha Fam, you know, Dent came up, and Guns was here, and part of the conversation, Dent was trying to figure out how to do things, and he wanted to do things like we did them, and, you know, he's like, oh, I like how you do it, so I want to do some stuff like that, and, you know, talked him through it, how to do some things, you know, copying, or whatever they say, you know, is the best form of flattery. I don't consider it copying. Just, there's only so many ways to skin a cat when you're a hobby business. So, Hurts isn't throwing much today. Man, I'm hoping Jalen does well. I mean, Philly's a dumpster fire this year too. I mean, not like Jets dumpster fire, but, you know, that's ridiculous. It's weird. So yeah, thanks for people who support us coming in saying hi. You know, it's awesome. That's all Mindy ever wants from anybody. Hell of a runner. Well, when you don't have an offensive line, that's like your other option. Just don't get killed. Run away. So, that kind of helps you. Motivation. You know? It's like putting a steak in your back pocket and letting a couple pit bulls loose. I guarantee you run a little bit farther. Hey, Mr. Salisbury, how you doing, sir? So, yeah. BITG, awesome time. Really appreciate it. We picked up some blaster boxes from NASCAR. So those will be on the site. Gave us a good deal on them. And then Pauly Junk Wax went and paid for most of it as a thank you to Mindy. So amazing on Pauly. So because of that, we're going to price it at the price we paid, not the price that it costs. We're going to price it out at the price we paid. So blaster boxes for 18 Donruss Racing, which has 2 hits in it, an auto and a patch, will be like $16 shipped. So we'll get those on the site here this week or next week. People were asking for some more NASCAR stuff. So something cheap and fun. Other things coming down the pike that we're thinking about. We have a friend of ours that owns Seatown Sports Caves, does all like the novelty stuff and all the decoration stuff. Like a lot of stuff I have in my office, and some of the stuff in Minnie's office, like the banners and stuff. He apparently has a line on retail, so we might be partnering with him to provide retail boxes on the site. I'm going to talk to him, but just because I know he's seeing dollar signs, and as much as I love and respect my friends in business, it's not the Rippin Gypsy isn't about the last dollar, So we'll talk about that. Oh yeah, Jeff. Me and YT or BITG were talking about that last night a little bit. Kind of why Rippin Gypsy is one of the few that jumps around and says hi to everybody. We interact. Midwest Box Breaks are part of their break club right now, which has been a good thing to help us stabilize and grow a little bit. Buck City, invites us down all the time, or if we want to show up, they just tell me, me or Mindy pretty much have an open door policy there. If we want to show up, hang out, we can. Cracking Wax, if we were closer, we'd love to hang out with him and do something with him. So next time I'm in Minneapolis, I can see Def and Chris and LQ up there. BITG, having us come down, hang out. And yeah, I am a customer at a lot of those places too, but it's not the fact that I'm a big baller customer anymore. I've had to cut back for switching the jobs, and not as much extra money to play around with throwing the cardboard. But it's nice to see. To me, that there's 2 sectors of the hobby. Guns can probably agree or disagree with me. I'd like to hear his thoughts on this, but there's a sector that the hobby is a money-producing thing for them, and it doesn't matter how your family is. It doesn't matter how you're doing. It matters how big your bank account is, and if you have $5 you're willing to give to that person. And if you do, they'll talk to you. If not, they don't. Unfortunately, I personally know we've been part of that side, and Mindy doesn't like being part of that side. And there's the other side that we're just happy people are talking. We use it as a medium to get together and try to escape life a little bit and find some enjoyment in something. And yeah, there's a business aspect to it still too, and people respect that when you respect them. Like Eloy was on there tonight complaining how Prism football was $140, $150 a box pre-sale, and people were selling it for $1,200, and not even, we're making money. Yeah, but what are you doing to the hobby? Yeah, you got people that used to buy Prism at a couple $100 a box, or couple, and open it with their kids and really enjoyed doing it. They're not doing it anymore. We're gonna kill off a new generation, and you can't also go back. The option used to be, I'll go buy a box at retail because it's going to be at Walmart. We can't do that now because people are buying blaster boxes that are $20 and flipping them for $100. I mean, I get that it's capitalism. It's the way it is. You know, but to me, it's, you know, somebody, and the problem that I'm seeing is when the bubble pops, the big guys who are destroying allocations and, you know, getting all this stuff, they'll be fine because they're still making a profit. Those make less of a profit. It's the small people in the between on the business side that are trying, you know, they have to buy it at the high markup and then try to sell it. Well, say the bubble popped right now and everything went back to normal like it was last year. The people that have spent $800, $900 a box to their to $800 a box, and now the market value is at like 400. Well, guess what? They're going to lose money. So 400 for Junko X. Ouch. And that's what, you know, I was at BITG and man, his prices were recent, like not even hard marked up, really respectable. I got a box of Allen Ginter baseball, the last one he had for 115 bucks. I thought that was fine. You know, the blasters, he was selling most of them for 20 bucks. Now, yeah, there's a few ones he has to mark up a little bit because he has to make money because he's a business, but most of the stuff wasn't outrageously priced, and it was nice to see that. You know, it's nice. It's, you know, but to me, that's the two sides of the hobby. There's the side that you're just a bank account, or the side that, you know, where you're really a person. And I've had conversations with people on this over and over again. You know, people talk about minis, and I'll be honest, man. Our average markup on a break is 20 bucks. So when we give something away, I'm like, you think about that. You know, Mindy gives something away usually every night, if not every other night. It's costs us 100 to 200 to 150 bucks. So if she does 5 breaks, it's 100 bucks, and we give away something that's 120. You know, she's still losing money for the night, but she enjoys the interaction, enjoys the people, and getting stuff. You know, the camaraderie that comes back. Yeah, man, they let that boy throw. Come on, man, only 7 attempts. What the crap? Joe Burrow has 7 attempts and he's broken. I mean, come on. But so we were having this question and this conversation a little bit because this year's quarterback class was pretty in depth. We saw Burrow come out. We hope Burrow comes back to be what he is. Herbert, I think, is playing out of his mind for where he's at, having a great time there. The question we have that I pose when asked to me, and I have my answer, and I'll give my 2 cents. Who is going to be the best overall quarterback out of this? And Tua, you know, Tua's played, not played, played. You know, Miami's figuring out how to use him. But who is the quarterback? Who's the sleeper in this? You know, we're seeing Herbert. You know, how high can he go? You know, who's going to be the sleeper? And my sleeper pick for quarterback out of this draft class is Easton at Indianapolis. I apologize. He's got an amazing running back core. He's got 2 or 3 running backs that just anytime you have Taylor, Hines, and, you know, who's the other guy that's hurt? Mack. You know, God, you know, 3 running backs. Most people are lucky they have 2 good ones. They have 3 ones that can go off. You got T.Y. Hilton, who's playing again well. You got, you know, Pittman Jr., who's playing well. Yes. Josh Allen was my pick from that draft. I still think we got it wrong. Baker's fun to watch every now and then, but I still think we got it wrong. But I think Easton is going to be set up. He's sitting behind Rivers. They're not pushing the starting. You know, Rivers, I think, knows his days are numbered in the league, and I think he understands his roles there to give time to Easton take the reins. Their defense is Indianapolis defense is stout. You know, Leonard, those guys are just brutal. Tight ends, you got, you know, Allie Cox and you got Doyle. So I think Indianapolis, I think Easton for me is the guy that's set up for best success long term. You know, if he takes the reins over 2 or 3 years. I'm worried about Love taking over because I don't know, as good as Aaron Rodgers is, and we all can, go back and forth on how good Aaron Rodgers is or isn't. But to me, Aaron Rodgers is going to be like Ben Roethlisberger. When Roethlisberger was hurt and out, he still didn't want to help teach the younger quarterbacks because he's worried of losing his job, And it happens, If Bledsoe never got hurt, we'd would probably known Tom Brady, or until way later, It happens all the time. And I'm kind of worried if Aaron Rodgers is going to be that mentor to help develop Love off the field before he steps onto it. So my pick for sleeper best quarterback coming out of this draft is Easton. Here's another question that popped up. You guys don't want to talk about that. If you're the projected teams in the draft, Jets number 1, Jags number 2, do you take Clemson's quarterback? Too busy doing commercials. It's possible. Not gonna lie. If you were the Jets, do you take Clemson's quarterback and knowing that if you take Trevor Lawrence, you're pretty much giving up on Sam Darnold? Which I watched him down play at USC, and Ohio State turned him over a bunch of times, and that was not the dude. Lawrence is gonna be a bust. Wayne, please, if you can give some details, that'd be awesome. I would love to hear your perspective on that one. I'm not saying I disagree with you, but going into the draft, I think he's got to be the favorite right now for quarterbacks. Of course, when the hell do you fire Adam Gase, or is this part of the deal of give Gase a crap team for a couple years, get some good picks in, and then try to let him fix it? Manziel or Couch? Hey, you know what got me the other day? I was like, wow, I didn't know that guy still played. Colt McCoy still plays football in the NFL. I'm trying to remember who he was playing for the other day, but I saw his name and I was like, what? Like, didn't realize he was still an NFL quarterback. Like, Colt McCoy, wow. Did not. That's a blast from the past name right there. Touchdown, Philly! No touchdown, Philly! Wayne took it back. He said it was, and then it's not. Got excited for a second. And Guns, you still here? Or did you pop off? A little white strip. You get a B just for the white strip. Pull it out. No, Saints. What you guys feeling about Taysom Hill? How you feeling about that kid? I do not think he's Breeze's replacement. I think he's a good backup and, trickery person to have on the field. I think he's a great athlete, but I don't think he's going to be Breeze's backup. I mean, think about it. We're coming up on some epic times here soon where we're going to need some quarterbacks to step up. I mean, you have long-term staples at quarterback who are ending their career, and I think they're all going to hit relatively close. Tom Brady. I know he just went to the Bucs and he's trying to prove a point, but he's going to be retiring soon. Drew Brees has to be getting close to retirement soon. Matt Ryan from Atlanta. As much as we forget about Atlanta, Matt Ryan's been amazing. Yeah, Alex Smith was a good backup. I thought he did real well. I think Alex Smith did a really great job in Kansas teaching Patrick Mahomes how to be a professional quarterback. And he was a good teammate and taught his replacement how to take him. Well, yeah, you got Brady, Breeze, Matt Ryan, staff up in. Hey, look, guys, I am back in Ohio as of right now. I'm back in Ohio. Welcome to Ohio, yeah. So, Philip Rivers, like I know we're talking, his replacement's kind of already already preset. You know, he's coming in soon. Those guys are going to be getting a. Oh, I just came in. I'm on the toll road coming in from Pennsylvania. That's where I'm at in Ohio. About to hit 680. I'm gonna go up, hit 680, go around Youngstown, head up to Ashtabula area, and then take 90 back across to our house. Yeah, I got political. I got it. Where are you at, Wayne? See, I grew up in Cincinnati, or east side of Cincinnati, out in the boondocks. So I'm vaguely familiar with most of Ohio. The part I'm not good with is the northwest. Oh, okay, gotcha. There's that bridge right there too when you come across. So I used to come back from Virginia that way. I lived down in Virginia Beach and Chesapeake. I would drive back down across the 64 and hop right there and get on 52. Was it 52 that runs Ironton and runs the river area? Is it Ironton? I can't remember the name of the. I got the wrong spot. Yeah, I remember that with my kid, the toll bridge. So yeah, I definitely have ran that route a bunch. I don't recall I'm trying to recall the damn highway that runs south side. It's the state highway that runs along the river on the north side of the river. I can't remember what it's called now. I think it's 52, isn't it? No. 52 is up north. I don't remember. I don't know. When did Minnie give you a wrench? Route 7? Is that what it is? Yeah, people ask about the wrench thing. I'll look at the map. I'll tell you later, Dwayne. As soon as I look at the map, I'll know which one it is. So you take it over. I think it goes from Wheeling all the way over to I forgot the name of that town now too. Then you go north. Crap. Shawnee State College is over there. What's the name of the town? Oh, let's bug the crap out of me now. I haven't drove that way in a long time either. Shawnee State University is over in the town. Shawnee State Park's there too. That's where I had one of my honeymoons at. Oh, I'm gonna drive myself nuts. I'll look it up. I'll look it up, and wait if you're on the night. I'll tell you what I'm thinking. But yeah, I definitely drove through there a lot back in my Navy times. Yeah, the wrench thing on here, Mindy gives out wrenches a lot. You know, it's to her, you know, once people have been in the room for a while, been around, you know, she knows you, you know them. It's a way for people that understand how Mindy is and how the room's supposed to be. You know, people can give each other a hard time, but you know, you get per Mindy's rules. You know, you get your one curse word per night. You know, you don't badger and beat people down. You make it a positive place, and she thinks the more people that have control over their chat room, they'll keep their chat room the way it should be, and not, you know, not saying other people who have, you know, one or two or three or four moderators and maybe one's in chat, but you know. What's up, Vogs? It was good times. I think this person was checking out my stream. There were some breaks. BITG had some breaks. I think 4 or 5 breaks they did. Def had a couple free breaks for followers, supporters, whatever you want to call it. There's a speed trap ahead. FYI, if it dumps to a speed trap, I'm going to flip it around, make it look like it's a dash cam. If I get pulled over, be a dash cam. Like, oh, officer, I'm just watching you. On to Youngstown. So, due to COVID, no crap. So I'll be kind of scarce this week. I got customers coming in from Louisiana. I'm gonna train them on some stuff that my company builds and makes. So I won't be around too much. Oh yeah. Like I said, Mindy does it, it's kind of, you're part of the family, kind of part of the band. It's, even though you might not be in for a while, and I'm not speaking on you specifically, Jim, but when you come back in, you said you know what the room is supposed to be like. Mindy's got a feeling to know you, that kind of thing. And it's not trying to make anybody feel bad or, and people kind of like pull back sometimes about, oh, I didn't know, yeah, it's your guys' chat room. Let's really be honest. Mindy talks to you guys through it, but it's your guys' chat room. It's, you guys are the ones that, I don't know if this thing took my dollar or not. Okay, you guys make it what you want it to be. It's not Mindy's chat room. It's your guys' chat room. That's how we feel about it. It's Mahoning County on. So, all right. See you later, man. Our celebrator. Bye, John. Oh, autistic kids, man. Have you met Smash? So Wayne, our 6-year-old that goes by Smash, his name's Dominic. He's on stream a lot, and he's autistic too. So we definitely understand he stays up a lot, and we get it. And kind of gotta let him crash when he wants to crash, and that kind of thing. Didn't build it. Yeah, but again, it's a place for you guys to be social. So it's not a place for me to be social with you guys, and that we use a medium and have a small business that helps. Honestly, the idea, Mindy's goal each month is to make her van payment. That's the goal. It sounds silly and little, but for her, Mindy was a mechanic. She had, kind of a rough upstart past. First husband wasn't great. Mindy worked a couple odd jobs, does all this stuff, and now, we're lucky enough that my job allows her to stay home and us live comfortably. We're not balling outrageous. Don't ever think that, please. I'll show you my bills. It's not, we ain't over here like swimming in dough, but it's enough to where we ran the numbers, and if she makes her car payment a month, I could take this new job where I was home more. 7 to 10, 80 passing yards. Nice, good job. Wow, 3. So our oldest son is Asperger's level, so he's, I want to say this to me, I don't want to say it meanly, but he's not bad off. Yeah, he's got some quirks, and sometimes you see him zone out, and he's learned pretty well to control it, so I'm not too worried about him later on in life. Dominic, though, I don't know how he's going to turn out. And I'm with every autistic parent out there, because everybody has the same worries. Are they going to be able to adapt in society? Are they going to be able to function by themselves? And the thing you have to realize is, I still love them to death, and your parents love your kids no matter what, and we'll do everything we can to help them get there. So, it is what it is. Yeah. our moose. We call him Moose. He looks like a baby moose walking around, like all long legs and like kind of big. He he's learned. He used. I want to say he was explosive. He just had a hard time. You know, his biggest thing is getting him in a place with a lot of noise, a lot of sounds. You just see him stop and start. I call it downloading, where everything's going in, and they can't censor out. You know, everything. He's done pretty well with that. Learning how to manage that. And he would have some outbursts a few years back. So we kind of taught him how to, walk away from the situation. His sister does not help him at all. Our 11-year-old is brutal on him. Ever since Dom and Brooklyn have gotten bigger, our 6 and 3-year-old, she's kind of backed off of her older brother because those two are giving her a run. So it kind of helps out. But said some days I think Dom's going to be fine. And then, he'll have his meltdowns and, not be able to communicate and get frustrated and hit things or try to use words that he really doesn't understand. My other concern is he's quote unquote wicked smart. Like, hey, I'm really smart. But the sad part about it is I don't know if he's that smart or if he's that spongy. And I say that because there's, he can spell words. He actually read someone's name off the stream the other night. I kind of took me back. He read PJ off the stream. I was like, holy crap. Words, sight words and stuff. They teach kids sight words now to help learn how to read. But, it's no longer a, sound out a word, figure out how to say a word. Learn your sight words, and then that'll help you to read. I don't fully get it, but it's the way it is. So I respect it. So it's just one of those things, and some days, like I said, brilliant things he says, how he acts, how he talks, how he answers questions. Now Wayne, let me know if this is the same for you. Like black and white logic. If I said it makes sense, where it's black and white logic. It's not. There's no room for emotion sometimes on things. It's this way or that way. It is what it is. But, okay, so that's a standard thing. Well, okay. Yeah. So, there's no room of, you said we can't do that, and this is how I interpret that, and that's not really how that is, buddy. Well, yeah, it is, because you said this there. You said this 37 days ago, and this has to be the way it is. Well, no, yeah, okay. So I'm glad that. But yeah, definitely, dude. And talk to Mindy. Mindy loves talking, with other parents and see how they deal with things versus how we're dealing with stuff. Because he's also in that age. So I kind of worry about him because he's doing at-home schooling. A guy where he's working in my office. And this is that black and white logic that you guys will find hilarious. So we told Dominic, hey, I'm not working from home this week. This is last week. I need you to work in my office so work gets done, because work has to happen during the day. You can sit in your chair, which we brought as a chair in when we sat things down. You can sit on the couch, or you can sit in my chair, but you have to be on camera. So I go to work, and this is after 2 or 3 days of him not wanting to be on schoolwork. And apparently he was ready to go. He got in there, sat down. About 2 hours later, he went and laid on the couch, curled up in a blanket, and went to sleep. So the teacher's back and forth texting, emailing Mindy how he needs to get up. He's not counting him absent, blah, blah, blah. All this other stuff. But he really needs to get up. Sorry, go bouncing. Yeah. So they're very picky. So when he woke up, he said, I was on the couch and I was on camera, which were the rules. I need you to be on camera, either on the couch or in your chair or in my chair. And he was in one of the 3 spots on camera. I never said he had to stay awake. And he pulled and told me that. I did what you said. I was on camera on the couch. Shit. Yeah. What do you? I didn't think like that yet. Like, how do you're 6 years old, and you have that kind of logic. It's amazing sometimes the logic process and how you can process things like that. And I'm gonna see if I turn this off. It's getting kind of dark, but it's just kind of crazy how that was his logic, and he was right. He followed the rules exactly to the T, and I had to amend the rules where he had to stay awake. So yeah, it's nuts. It's crazy how they do that, and that's how he is, though. Like I said, he'll follow the rules, but there's always something. What's up, Tom T? I am 1 hour and 15 minutes. I'm down in Youngstown, Ohio, heading up to Cleveland now. So I'll probably stay on for an hour, like 9 minutes, get an hour in, and hop off since it's gotten kind of dark. I'm driving around with the light on. Just waiting for a cop to pull me over. Okay, if a cop pulls me over, I'm switching this to the front view. No one chat. I'm like, oh, this is my dash cam. Now, hey, Tom, you're up in Michigan, right? Is that where you figured out you were up in? Is the other one up next to MIS? Because that would be a fun. It's only a couple-hour trip. Might have to figure out once COVID and things calm down, go up and do a Tom T or go up and meet Tom T for a day. Brooklyn. Okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay. Like, yeah, my daughter. Oh, wait. Yeah. Brooklyn's a town up there. Got it. What about my daughter? What, Tom? What are you trying to tell me, Tom? Explain. Oh. But yeah, man. So yeah, Wayne, please, dude, reach out to me. If you're on Twitter, get a hold of Rippin Gypsy on Twitter. You know, let me talk to me. You know, she loves getting advice and bouncing ideas and just, you know, parental venting about things that, and no offense to anybody else, I'm not trying to single anybody out. You know, parents that don't have autistic kids don't go through. Right? Simple words or simple changes in their changes in their routine. You know, some things have to be exactly a certain way, or God, the world is ending, and they will let you know it quick. So. Nice! So we can go sneak into MIS. Let's do it. Let's go bust cards at the start-finish line at MIS. I am down. I don't know if there's plumbing there we can check, but we'll do NASCAR. We'll do a NASCAR break from MIS, you know, start-finish line. That'd be kind of cool, actually. Be kind of sweet. So. I'm going to turn this off for a minute because I'm driving around with a bunch of people. I'm in some more lighted areas. So that would be awesome. Well, it's not that it's common sense. It's just everything's logic. Their common sense is logic. It's binary. It's not, you know. Most of us, when we think common sense, think in terms of, you know, it's like getting in an ethics class, you know. It's where does your ethical line break, you know. It's analog. There's some fluxes, there's some things. So I've found so far for my, oh crap, I get over. For my son, is everything is binary. It's, you know, it's yes or no. It's not a, hey, yeah, it's this plays and this doesn't play. It's no, it meets that criteria or it doesn't. And that's their logic. It's binary. So there's nothing wrong with that. It's just how they think. It's just they think differently. And you know, once it's like Mindy will come in and start to get on to him, and sometimes I love her to death, but it just makes it worse. You know? It's like, hey, let him get through what he's got to get through, and he will get it out, and then he'll be good. Yeah. Ashtabula, 80 East New York. I am not going back to New York. No. Not happening. Sorry, I'm right in the middle of doing some interchange stuff, guys, so if I'm not reading your chat. That's why Jersey barriers and cars will kind of take a little bit of precedent right now. Okay. Oh, my side hurts. Yeah, so if you're on, remember tonight, 9 o'clock, starting out with Minuteman Rip Packs. It's like supposed to be a vintage. Rip Packs usually have a couple hits, but I know Scott's really excited about this vintage thing. So please check that out. Hopefully, Minuteman tickets will be coming back soon with ticket sales. Support Scott and kind of help him out a little bit while his business is down. He's selling off these packs as part of his collection to help him get through some things. And, it is what it is. We all should understand. So I'm pretty stoked. Anybody else? I mean, it sounds horrible. I don't want to talk about it, but finally got approval in the U.S. to start doing COVID vaccines, and I know we're like only a third of people will get them, but to me, it's at least a start to get back normal. I know it's going to take 6 months to a year to even start rounding that corner. Sadly, we're going to lose some people. I know JT was in here. He said he had COVID, and it sucks. And I wish the best, speedy recovery. But at least God, there's a light at the end of the tunnel now. Oh yeah, side effects. Well, like I said, I'm side effects just because you never know. Let's be honest, what they're actually saying or doing or whatever. I don't trust that stuff anyway. When I say fake news, I mean like the random, Facebook, the person died. I'm glad to see at least that I know Pfizer is a big company, and let's be honest, if they put something out that's that potentially dangerous and pushed it through, they're gonna get sued a lot. So, yeah, I know they got disclaimers and stuff in place and blah, blah, blah. And they still went through trials and still went through clinical trials. It's not like they just came up with one thing and said, hey, this is going to work. I mean, they had clinical trials here up in Cleveland. They were asking for volunteers to take the stuff. When I was over in Indiana at seeing Bennett Midwest, they had stuff about Fort Wayne having trials and stuff like that. So they're still doing some stuff. So I mean, it's not as long and extensive as most things, but fortunately we can't wait like most things right now. I mentioned COVID, it went from 8 people to 4. I'm sorry. Jeez. I'm just showing them hopeful and happy. So, Eagles up. Yeah. What's up, Danny? How you doing, sir? I Am Legend. Yeah. Wow. That's actually pretty good. Well, it could be the start. It could be the start of the zombie apocalypse. Who knows? It's got to start sometime, right? So, 13 monkeys. Who's the first monkey? I mean, it's right for everybody to kind of be weary. Everybody has to do what they do and understand, what they got going on. And now I don't support people that are dumb. When I say dumb, the people that are, and I'm not throwing any political affiliation. I'm not saying how you vote or who you believe in is right or wrong. Just follow me for a second. It's not about the person. It's not about the party or person. It's just about the theory behind this. I'm not going to take the vaccine if it's under President Trump. It's released under President Trump. But if it gets released under President Biden, I'll take the vaccine. To me, that makes no sense whatsoever. It's the same vaccine. It doesn't matter who the president of the United States is, who the secretary is, who the World Series champion is. It doesn't matter. It's the same vaccine. You saying that, or people saying that to me, is just a ignorance that I can't understand and sometimes comprehend. That to me is as, that's. Yeah, I wear a mask. We were taking them off at BITG because we all kind of know each other. When customers came in, we put them on to be respectful. Social gatherings less than 10 in Ohio. Ohio has been pretty active and pretty stringent on our policies and stuff. Yes, would I like to be able to go out and not have to wear a mask to run into the grocery store? Yes. Right now, it's time to do it. And there's a couple more, Wayne, to be realistic, there's a couple more from different companies that are still in the final stages of trials. Pfizer is just the first one, and there's a 2-shot. There's another one that's a single shot that actually has a better, when I heard about it, had a better rate. I don't get why these people are riding in the left lane. Am I missing something here? Like, everybody's over in the left lane for some reason. I don't know. Hey guys, I'm gonna jump off here. Oh, because there's a left lane for Warren. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, we're getting off of the highway. Duh. I am 1 hour and 4 minutes from home. I will be on tonight. Feel free to jump in, say hi to Mindy, tell her Smash sent you, tell her all the bad things I said about her. With that, have fun, enjoy life, have a great week coming up. I'll talk to you later. Peace, love, and monster hugs. Y'all take care now.